It was a case of we won't cross that bridge when we come to it for Sydney commuters this morning. A lone protester caused chaos when he began a pre-dawn protest high on the main span of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. It forced the closure of 8 lanes of traffic for more than 2 hours and stopped commuter trains between the city and the North Shore. Let's go to reporter Ursula Malone now. So Ursula, what's known about the protester who caused all the trouble?
Well, he was obviously a man with a strong sense of grievance. He had a point, he was determined to get across, and he was very well organised in the way he went about it. Now, sometime before dawn, he managed to scale a security fence around one of the pylons here of the bridge behind me. He then climbed right to the top of the bridge, where he unfurled several banners. One of them read, "Please help my kids." Now, he then phoned into a number of radio and television stations, and he told them that authorities were failing children whose parents had separated. And he said that if millions of people were inconvenienced for him to get his point across, then he thought it was worth it.
This is a peaceful protest, and it's to give a voice to little people. You've got to understand, most fathers or mothers of the victims of this sort of stuff, they've got no one to turn to. I tried with docs and I tried with the cops. You've got no one to turn to. I've got the ability to stage a peaceful demonstration and make people stand up and pay attention. Where the average bloke, he'll go and hit the bottle and get aggressive and play straight into the hands of those that are accusing him of things.
Ursula, the Harbour Bridge is such a landmark, a high-profile landmark. How did the protester manage to climb it in the first place? Where was the security?
Well, it is a very good question. Police were asked this morning, what if this had been a terrorist attack? Well, since the 9/11 attacks, there have been security guards patrolling the bridge 24 hours a day. Now, it was one of those security guards who raised the alarm. He saw the man scale the security fence. Police say their negotiators then were in contact with the man fairly early on in the piece. The man, though, chose to speak to the TV and radio stations, and police say there will have to be an inquiry into what happened there. But police have also been under pressure to explain why they felt it was necessary to close the bridge down entirely.
This was a serious threat, both to the individual and to the public, which has now been successfully resolved without threat or injury to any individual. Police had no option but to close traffic, both vehicle and trains, across Sydney Harbour Bridge.
It did cause peak hour chaos. How long did it take for traffic to get back to normal?
The bridge wasn't completely reopened until 7:30 this morning. That was half an hour after the man came down. He abseiled down the bridge himself and was then arrested by police. Now, the Premier, Barry O'Farrell, is one of the many who is asking today why it took police so long to reopen the bridge to traffic.
I'm as frustrated and angry as anyone this morning at the disruption that's occurred. I apologise to motorists who were caught up in it. I apologise to those pedestrians and also train passengers who were caught up with it. It was
New South Wales Premier Barry O'Farrell there, and before that, reporter Ursula Malone.